Think you know Ninja songs? Old school or new school? Stand a chance to win big on Gusto Guess the Song. To be a part of this, call the numbers on your screen right now. Come on board and let's do things the Gusto way.
Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reaction live on station. Big Lala is very much with us, today. Of course, always, we know you guys love every beat of Big Lala. The ladies, the guys, most especially the ladies, love Big Lala. Showstopper. You know we get our begging money. We know they suffer. Yes. Headline sponsor right here today. Thank you so much, guys, for all this liking and sharing, subscribing, of course, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Big Lala, once again, right here. Dorime Master himself is right here today. Yes. So we go straight down to business. Big Lala, very much welcome.
No, I'm not accepting your welcome. Let's just get on with it.
Okay. If you're not accepting my welcome, I think WIZKID will accept my welcome.
Yeah, welcome WIZKID.
Welcome WIZKID to the plate. Today, of course, we talking about WIZKID. Big Lala, is there any Nigerian artist that can have a 2021 kind of WIZKID year? Has there ever been? Will there ever be?
Well, never say never. I mean, like you've said.
Has there ever been?
No, there hasn't been.
Will there ever be?
I wanted to tap on it. There have never there has not been.
Yeah.
Will there ever be another person that's definite. I mean, the only thing that is constant in this life is change. The fact that Wiz is doing it right now, when somebody else can change it for Nigerians or change it for the industry and go on the insane one that Wiz has had. It's sure to happen. Records are meant to be broken. He set a record. I mean, more people will follow suit.
35 awards in 2021. Over 35 awards in 2021. Some of them, we had the headies. You started the year with this one. Viewers' choice, artist of the year.
Are we even having headies this year?
I don't know. Maybe we should have an animation.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
You also got the Grammys. This one caused a lot of trouble. First, it was gun body and everything. It wasn't gonna get a gong. Tufab got the gong. Tufab opened it. Jada Pick came out and did a blast and everything. It was a lot of controversy on this one. In fact, when they released this gong and they were saying, this is not how Grammy type they are. This thing.
Forensic.
This is not how they type they are. No, it has changed. No, this is how they normally. There was a lot of back and forth over WIZKID, Grammy Awards. But of course, the major ones as well. Winner, Best African Act at the MTV, EMAs in Hungary. Major one as well. Afrima, you can say this one. You remember If I Won? When you see WIZKID and Afrima, you remember If I Won on, this one. Also at the Mobile Awards as well. He got,
double, right?
Yes. And the MTV VMAs with Beyonce, the video awards for Brown Skin Girl, also got at the Afrima, the other Afrima. He also got Artist of the Year. Apple Music Artist of the Year for Africa. The very first edition, talking about Africa, WIZKID got got an interview. Yes. So quite a lot for WIZKID in 2021. Unreal year. It's been an unreal year for him. The Platinum Award for Essence, the tour in the US, the tour in London. It's been really, really crazy for WIZKID in the year 2021. And of course, we're talking about WIZKID for the year 2021. We never even predicted all of these things.
Nah, I don't think.
We just said, it's going to happen.
I think
we had it.
The staunch FC member, I don't think they would have predicted.
Exactly, because we're here together. Same time last year, as this, and we're like, okay, what does WIZKID have in store for the year? Okay, maybe in Lagos, we'll do this, we'll do that, but not like
at this level.
I mean, so amazing. But of course, we've come to the year 2022 for Big Wiz himself, WIZKID, Ibrahim Ayodele Balogun. Starting off 2022, WIZKID already talking about I don't believe in religion. He's not really made a major mark this year, has he?
Well, it's still early.
Still 6 days.
It's still 6 days. But the first banger thing that's supposed to happen was meant to be the Grammys, but that has moved, right?
Yeah.
And other awards will come forward. Like we said, we don't even know what's going on with the headies. Will they hold another edition?
Yeah.
If they hold another edition, definitely Wiz will be in the reckoning for several awards. The Sound City awards as well, that's not held.
The Headies, like you said.
There's several other awards that they will still come into play before the half of the year. I think till that very moment, Wiz will still be in line for several of these awards. And let's not forget the MTV Best International Actor Burna won 3 times. Wiz is in line to win that this particular year. So the BET is going to be still an award year for Wiz. It's going to flow over from 2021 to 2022 for Wiz. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon.
Okay, so leaving the awards and everything, we know WIZKID quite a couple of endorsements last year. The major one, the Flutter Wave endorsement. Now WIZKID got. We also got quite a couple concert-wise, singles-wise, collaboration-wise, everything. What exactly is WIZKID bringing to the table in 2022? Can we just talk about some of these things?
Well, I would love to say, oh, he's going to drop a new album, but knowing how Wiz is, that new album is not going to see the light of day in 2022. I think he's still going to push forward in his quest for global domination. He's already done it. He's already in that sphere, but he needs to push forward the tour, the Made in Lagos tour. I think he's going to be touching more African countries, more perhaps some Asian countries, South American countries, the same way Burna and the likes are doing. He's also going to be looking to spreading his tentacles wide around the world. Collaborations, we've seen what sort of attention Essence has brought towards Wiz and Tems, and we've seen him in studio with several other guys, right? Several other big names in the US, in the UK. The results of all these hookups we're going to start seeing in 2022. On the home front, I think more of the young cats that have not had the chance to work with Wiz. Yes, Omale, we've not seen the results of that. Bella Shmurda, we haven't seen the results of that, and a whole lot of other guys.
Mentioned WIZKID, Loje mentioned WIZKID. A couple of other guys also.
Loje even already mentioned WIZKID now, so he already has WIZKID now.
And I think he wants more of Wiz.
There's several others now. He's followed Aya Star, right? We're going to be seeing something in that regard. So a lot of these other new artists or youngins who have adored WIZKID and WIZKID has reciprocated some sort of love back to them. We're going to be seeing them whether jumping on WIZKID's song maybe for an album or WIZKID is featuring on their song. Those are the kind of things we'll be expecting from Wiz this year. The endorsements you mentioned. The thing about this thing, sometimes you lose some and then you gain another one. Not like you lose some, but maybe your contract expires with one, then you move on to the next one. And there's always something in line for people like Wiz and anyone in that top 3, top 4. And Wiz is prime candidate for any top endorsement. He still has a lot with the UBA, has Flutter Wave, insane amount of money, and things like that. He could still be an ambassador for any major happening in the world in 2022. Football wise, there's Qatar 2022. A lot of these are Nigerian stars or Nigerian musicians. People will be looking to snap them up as ambassadors for their ads and all those things. So Wiz will be in line for things like that. Okay,
talking about an Arya Star that you mentioned earlier and everything, we know that the following of Arya Star and everything brought a couple of questions. Oh, WIZKID, is he trying to replace Tems over the London and everything? Are we going to be seeing more of the 2021 WIZKID and Tems, or it's going to reduce?
No, it's definitely going to reduce. The buzz around the song is gradually coming down a bit. They themselves, I think they're starting to put a bit of stop to their tag along when it comes to Essence. And we've seen that at the December concert. They've not, like you rightly mentioned, they didn't perform it together. So if that's going to keep on happening and they are not available to perform the song together, then the song will just die in natural death. Things like them performing together and giving people a show are examples of how the song can stay and keep on getting people interested in it. People will be looking forward to it on top, like, oh, I want to watch Wiz and Tems perform, but that's not happening. So they need to move on to the next best thing or to the next thing available. He's already dropped the 3 videos. We're wondering how is he going to drop these 3 videos of what's it called?
Deluxe.
Of the Deluxe. But he's done it in a smart way, and that's out of the way. So in 2022, I think the first step for Wiz will be to drop a new single, and I think that might come perhaps in second quarter of 2022.
Okay, talking about a new single, for WIZKID, quite a lot of people have been, tipping WIZKID for, major international collaborations. That's more. Now he's done with Drake, you know, appeared on Drake's song. He also featured Drake. Appeared on Beyonce's album. You know, that one, Brown Skin Girl, on the song. You know, Brown Skin Girl, they both own the song together.
Yeah.
You know, at the last US, you know, tour that WIZKID had, you know, a couple of people backstage, you know, like very prominent people. It was Rihanna, Alicia Keys, Sweet Beat, A$AP Rocky as well.
Yeah.
You know, are we going to be seeing a Rihanna and WIZKID in 2022?
I don't think that one may not happen, but I think these other guys we've seen him hook up with in the studio, was he A$AP Rocky? No, I think Body Rich or
Body Rich,
Body Rich, those kind of guys. He's going to be, I mean, like I said, the results of those hookups, we will see them. There'll be more to come, definitely.
And maybe also did an Essence cover and everything.
Yeah.
So there just might be a WIZKID that baby.
No, that baby won't want to roll that way because he has a pending song with the video that he has not dropped. And
okay, you think that baby cares about?
You think he doesn't? You think he doesn't?
Wouldn't want to do with WIZKID?
No, not like he wouldn't want to do it, but he wouldn't want to toe that line and create more issues, right? You got song with David, to drop that first before you move on to the next.
Now, talking about issues, WIZKID and David, it is, you know, a pending one that has been lingering for a while right now. It's 2022 the year. Burna Boy has said he doesn't have any issue with David anymore. You know, that him and David are cool and all of that. Now, WIZKID and David, obviously, there is still some sort of, you know, they were at the club together, you know, with DJ Tunes in Ghana some days back. Are we going to see the end? Is 2022 going to see the end of WIZKID, you know, and Davido beef?
We're seeing signs, right? And good signs. We're seeing Burna Boy not being hostile to David. We're seeing Wiz not being hostile to David. We're seeing David not being hostile to any of these guys. In fact, we've seen Wiz and David in the same space enjoying themselves. Those are good signs. And maybe perhaps the time where everybody would hold hands and sing Kumbaya is nigh. It's very, very close. That's exactly what we're going to be seeing very soon. And I think 2022 may just be the year. If there's going to be any wild predictions, I don't know if that will be my prediction for 2022.
We are going to do that.
We'll see.
So you're going to say, you're going to predict that David and Wiz.
By the way, my prediction did not come to pass last year. I think this year it will come to pass.
Now, talking about that one, is 2022 the year where we're going to see, you know, a WIZKID say, you know what, I know you're not with David anymore, but you're still cool with him. Let's do this song together.
Possibly. WIZKID is open to work with a lot of artists. The only people who is not open to work with people like Zlatan. But yeah, I think WIZKID is open to working to a lot of people. I think Miracle could do with a WIZKID feature. Yes, he can do with a Burna feature. So perhaps he needs to. I mean, I know he's been loyal, but sometimes someone just spend your tentacles for him. Get the best out of it. These people actually do respect you, and I mean, take use of the opportunity. And I feel Wiz would be more open to a lot of collaborations this year on the home front and the international front.
Talking about collaborations, and of course, I asked you this question when it was Burna's time and everything. WIZKID and the Starboy label. Big Lala, this is a very big question. Is it time? Is 2022 the year where WIZKID says, you know what? Let's just put a stop to this Starboy label thing, because is it really working?
Well, artist wise, you can say perhaps it's not working, but producer wise, it's not working.
I don't know.
The producers he work with are stylishly on his label, right? And they
stylishly.
Yes, stylishly. And are they producing hits for him?
Are they really on his label?
Which label is Mute Sounds?
Talk for another day.
The Legendary Beats. Which label are they?
Talk for another day.
Are you not cool with him?
Big Lala.
So
talk for another day.
I think his label, or not, his label is focused more on producers, and he's talked about it that there's a reason why he, gets on more producers. So that they can work and create the best quality of work. So I think he will continue that in that realm. If there's going to be any young producer that comes up again, best believe you see some affiliates with Starboy Records.
So should WIZKID let Terry go in 2022?
I don't think WIZKID has helped Terry for anything. I don't think so. I think what he's trying to do is help the boy really. There's a lot of similarities between him and the boy, but it's just maybe Terry is still living in the shadows of WIZKID. He needs to perhaps find a new sponsor or whatever it is that's going to just push his music, invest heavily in him, because clearly Wiz is not built for that life.
Okay, talking about collaboration and bringing artists up, Soccer was one major song in 2018 or 2019. That really did well, trying to help the likes of Caesar, Terry, and Spotless. Soccer was that major song. Now, are we going to have another sucker in 2022 with Wiz and maybe several other,
with each passing year, there's always a shift in the idea behind how people make music. We've seen that with Wiz. I mean, Wiz didn't used to be involved in that kind of setting. Now, 4 or 5 people and is there. I mean, the EME days he did that.
He did, yeah.
But it's not going to make it. I mean, that was successful, but he can't use that as a strategy. Like, okay, I want to get a group. Even DMW have moved on from that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Before you see them all, before you know it, DMW, Miracle David, they don't drop some. Yeah. But then again, it's now being more individual with his features. Okay, I want to make something with LMI. I have it. Dope song. I want to make something with this. What's his name? I want to make something with
HR music.
I have it. I want to make something with Temp. Yes, I have it. I think it's been more individualistic with this kind of feature that it's having. I'm not going to be expecting anything like soccer.
Kind of thing.
No, I'm not going to expect it again because the lot of issues arose from that soccer anyway, whether people notice or not. There's still today people who still say, did Sizamili the owner of soccer, or was it the one that was soccer or not? And those kind of talks, people like Wiz, people like David, people like Bonner, they don't like hearing it, even if there's nothing really wrong about it.
Okay, finally, as we go, Big Lala, Big Wiz is a Ghana resident. I mean, he stays in Ghana, he stays in the UK as well. Yeah. He doesn't really stay, much in Nigeria, and it's been quite. The bigger guy, I mean, on social media, trying to maintain this classy. Is WIZKID going to maintain that Baba Jeje kind of lifestyle on social media? I think he will. I think he will. Of course, he should. I mean, there's the advantage of his persona being like that and not being involved in any sort of issues. You can see that people were expecting for, you're not in any controversy like that. If there's any controversy, it's FC that's causing controversy or people around him, you get. So it helps his brand. It makes his brand, I think, more worthy, if I could say, more worthy for anything good that's coming their way. I'm not saying these other guys who are always in the news for bad reasons, they're not worthy. Of course, they also get their gigs and they're fine with it, but it just puts Wiz in a special lane. Like, okay, I'm not involved in any hiccup, nobody is coming at me for this. I'm not going back and forth with people on social media. He's preaching the message of love and peace, right? And I think he should continue with that. I think he did really well in 2021 to maintain that kind of thing, showing people love. Even at the end of the year on the show, he keeps on saying, I don't care who you are, we're going to be showing you love, the same love I show my brother and my sister. I think that for me is a good trait to have, somebody who is a man of peace and a man of love. Okay, I think a couple of questions keep springing up my head and everything, so just 2 more.
Forget the question.
Will WIZKID settle with Tiwa this year?
I hope so, because that means he's a man of his word, because he's preached a lot of love and peace. He definitely needs to start settling with people. Tiwa, David, he needs to settle. That means we now believe exactly what the words are coming from. He's a man of his words and everything.
Okay, so finally, will WIZKID in 2022 have the WIZKID 2021 kind of year?
That's the question you've been hiding since you now made it the last question, Avi. Will he have the year? Well, but is there content to make him have the kind of year he had in 2021? No. Because the quantum he had that made him have that massive one in 2021 is Made in Lagos and Essence. And that was released when? In 2020. So if we're going to have something like that in 2022, I think based on precedence of what has happened, we should have something from 2021 that would allow that happen. It would be a tough ask to wish that Essence will continue being a global sensation for more than 12 months. It will be a tough ask. But apart from Essence, is there anything else at the moment? I think if he drops a new single, first quarter, second quarter, then maybe, perhaps. But at the very moment, it's not struck. The whole thing is not structured to be like that. We'll see how it goes, but I don't think so.
Okay, well, WIZKID 2022, guys. Let's have your thoughts on this whole, WIZKID conversation. Of course, 2022, just 6 days into the year, and we're asking you guys, what exactly do you think WIZKID will bring to the table? What is it bringing to the party in 2022? Quite a lot of competition. Davido, Tiwa Savage, Burna Boy, Kiss Daniel. Quite a lot of people actually vying for the top spot in the year 2022. WIZKID, of course, had a fantastic, in fact, artist of the year in 2021. with over 35 awards, several concerts sold out and everything. London, 60,000 people, 20K every day for 3 days. He had an unreal year. And so is WIZKID going to have the same year this year as well as same as last year? Is he going to settle with Tiwa Savage? Is he going to settle with Davido? What endorsement are coming for him? What new single should WIZKID drop? Is he going to have some more rapport with Thames this year, or maybe he's going for Arya Star? Let's have your thoughts. Everything that has to do with WIZKID in 2022. Put your comment down below. Put your predictions down below. What will WIZKID bring in terms of the magic this year, 2022? You heard a couple from Machala who said Big Wiz just should settle with David, and of course Tiwa Savage should get a couple of more international collaborations. Roddy Ricch, Chris Brown, again maybe, Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, just maybe, we don't know, but let's have your thoughts. Put them down below. And maybe this year WIZKID and Nicki Minaj will drop.
If I were alive,
it could drop now.
No, end the show.
You don't go answer.
End the show.
You don't go answer.
You don't finish the show. You don't do anything.
WIZKID and Nicki Minaj.
So you end the show.
WIZKID and Nicki Minaj.
End the show.
Let's have your thoughts on that one. We'll see you again on the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.